everybody. I'm Candid Frank Stanisci of Candid Frank Live's Leaf Talk. Welcome to the Spanglish World Network on Zingo TV, channel 250. Please remember to download the Zingo TV app at the respective app stores for iOS and Android devices. While you download, make sure you rate, leave a comment. Both apps are absolutely free. Zingo TV is available on Google Chromecast, Amazon Fire TV sticks, Roku sticks, and all small smart TVs 2015 forward. Now on Leaf Talk, joining me is Aaron William Freeland. That's it for our show. We'll see you tomorrow. No. That's not happening. That was just being silly. Okay, so first program. I'd like to quickly review the Maple Leaf team from last year. The biggest thing that we could be reminded about the Leaf team last year was they were a team that outshot the other team so much and made the other team's goaltenders look like stars. Apparently, they haven't changed it this year.
No, they're continuing the same trend as they have in the past. They are making opposition goalies look absolutely like brick walls. It's absolutely
Marvelous.
fantastic. It's merveilleux. Most recently, they made Sam Montembeault look like a god. He made 48 saves over the course of the game. I got to tell you, low percentage chances, shots from the periphery, all of that good stuff. They seem right on track for where they need to be mid-season. And the Leafs social media fans on social media are in mid-season form already. I've seen people calling for Berube to be fired. Marner already needs to be traded. Nylander's a lazy bum. And oh my God, where did they find this Tiv Stollers from? How did he win a Stanley Cup? So we're off to a great start, guys. It's fantastic.
If they wouldn't have had 5 goalposts, they would have had 51 shots on goal.
Yeah, it was a very emotional night. Caulfield came out wearing 13 for Johnny Gaudreau, and in continuing his recently established tradition, he scored. This is, I believe, his third goal, in his third opening game playing the Leafs, which is kind of neat. And he did it while wearing Johnny Gaudreau's number. So just a little bit of a tribute there for him. And that was all it took at 7:48 of the first period. And from there, goose eggs for the rest of the way. Now, it was a power play goal, and it was Kirby Dach and Juraj Slafkovsky that were up there with them. And that was the only opportunity that they had that they really managed to convert on. They were 1 for 5 on the power play.
Well, the Leafs picked up right from the very beginning opening face-off, right after all the introductions. After listening to all that music, the Leaf team decided to fiddle about some more. I got to tell you, though, the team played well. The coach said, he said exactly what we said right now. And anybody who watched the Leafs in that game and previously, it is the same thing where this team, I don't know, is the goaltender that good? Are the Leafs that inept at times? Do they lack scoring touch? I mean, Robertson scored 5 straight goals for the Leafs. And I suppose the Leafs were counting on him to score again because, he didn't. His string ran out. I don't know. Did you think? I didn't think he looked that impressive last night.
Well, I got to be honest. I believe he's still suffering from a little bit of an upper body injury after putting the Leafs on his back for the preseason. So I'm not surprised that Robertson didn't score in that particular instance. The big guns just couldn't seem to get it together. This
is a constant problem with that team.
Well, I mean, for when they had it together, when they did get successful zone entries without dumping the puck in, they would spend 90 seconds to 2 minutes in the opposing team zone. I watched them change lines a couple times, while having the Habs absolutely hemmed in. There just didn't seem to be any way for them to actually finish anything off, which was truly puzzling for me because you've got a guy that scored a lot of goals last season. On a line with a guy who feeds him, and with another wonderkind that unfortunately got derailed by injury in the playoffs, and they still couldn't put anything together.
Nope. No, they could not. And I this is, I'm not going to sit here and portend to be a brilliant hockey mind at all, but I don't know, my lack of knowledge and or you know the little bit that I know about hockey. I think one of the biggest problems with the Leafs is they're too cute. They're looking for the perfect play. They hang on to the puck too long. They give the other team a chance to settle into being better defensively, rather than create a situation where they, create a little havoc and then take make the best of an opportunity that comes up right away. They're they're too patient. This must sound crazy. I don't know, Aaron. I just think they're a little too patient. I don't know.
Well, I was expecting more bang bang plays out of them. That's how the Habs scored, was a tic tac toe play basically. Doc Slavkovsky and Caulfield tic tac toe, and it's in the back of the net. On the other end of the ice, you have Stolars, who is actually trying out a different pad
Wow.
setup. So when he was playing with Florida, apparently he picked up some tips from their goalie Bobrovsky, and he's gone with slightly different pads. It's a denser material. It's also
Deadens the
slightly
puck
narrow at the
better?
top. Well, it kicks the puck out further,
Oh,
so
okay.
there's less chance of it just sitting right in front of him when he actually makes the stop. And you could see him working a little bit on his rebound control when it came to that. A lot of the pucks were getting at least 10 to 15 feet away from the net. Unfortunately, yeah, I don't think the Leafs really managed to adjust to that all that well. So there were some moments in front of the net.
And there was a pass that almost was.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
had a little trouble handling the puck early in the game.
And if it weren't for bad luck, honestly, the Leafs hit the post behind the opposing team's goalie, and it went
Like
off the
4 or
post,
5 times.
and then it came back out between his legs. Like I just, can we get a little bit of a
So a
balance here?
reverse 5-hole
Yeah, basically,
instead of the
yeah,
back leg, instead of
yeah,
the back of the leg and in the net.
yep.
The
So,
curse of being a Leaf fan.
well, I wouldn't
And of
necessarily
all the
call it
teams to do that
curse.
with, the Montreal Canadiens, the
Yeah,
hated Montreal Canadiens, the bane of the existence of the Toronto Maple Leafs, the
I guess you could
fans'
call it
favorite team to hate.
that. It is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a loss, but there's 81 more games to go. That's so many games. So I'm not losing any sleep over this.
I'm trying to
Really.
remember now, Aaron, how many game ones have the Leafs won? I think they haven't won one in the last 3 or 4 years.
No, they haven't. But here's an interesting statistic I found after doing a little bit of digging. The
Uh-oh.
last time the Leafs lost their season opener on the road, 1-0, was 1967. Now, make of that what you will, but that was the last time the Leafs lost the
Oh,
season
I
opener.
get it. I think I see you're talking about, the new Leaf ex-Montreal player who's wearing number 67. It's a reference to
Well,
him?
there's that, but also
Pacioretty?
the last time the Leafs actually lost their season opening road game 1-0 was back in 1967. Granted, that's the
Oh,
year
oh,
after
but
they
they
won the cup, but at the same time, it's the last year that they won the cup.
well,
So there's
last time they won the cup, they also lost a game to the Bruins 10-0 at home.
Yeah, so I mean, these things happen. It's not the end of the world. I'm pretty sure we'll all live. Um,
Some Leaf fans won't live very
uh,
well. It'll be torture. And as I said, of all the teams to lose to, the Montreal Canadiens. I mean, that's just no. That's just no. That can't. No, that's not. No, can't happen.
it's painful. I will be the first person to admit it. It's painful to lose to them, especially at their home opener. But by the same token, you know what? Like I said, not the end of the world. There are plenty of
They're
games to
not
get
out of the
revenge.
playoff picture yet, Aaron. Is that what you're trying to suggest? That loss
The
does
only
not
team I
take
can
them out
think
of
of
the
that might be mathematically eliminated from the playoffs already might be Chicago. But
or
we'll see.
Buffalo,
Oh, Buffalo. Oh, 0-2 already.
who are beaten by the team the Leafs are playing tonight.
Yes, Coached by the
their
Leafs former
former coach.
coach.
And that game tonight is after the show, folks. I got to tell you, it's going to be interesting. It is going to be interesting. Yeah, the Devils won both games against the Buffalo Sabres. I guess it was in what, in Czechia?
Yes.
They played in Czechia, I guess it is, otherwise known as Czechoslovakia minus the Slovakia.
So, I mean, all things considered, we could find us, and it's bizarre for the Leafs to be opening the season with a back-to-back, especially both being road games. But Montreal's doing the same thing as well, so they've got another game tonight that's on the road.
Yeah,
So,
and guess who they play?
Who are they playing?
Bruins.
Oh,
I believe it's the Bruins. I believe it's the Bruins. Is it the Bruins? Is it really the Bruins?
Oh God, I can only hope.
My phone, and I will check on my phone right now. Let's see. Who are the Leafs? The Bruins. Who are the Montreal Canadiens?
Yep. It is Boston tonight, and it's Buffalo versus Los Angeles. Florida opens against Ottawa. That's going to be interesting. Utah's playing the Islanders. Pittsburgh's playing Detroit. Dallas is playing Nashville.
Hey, what do you think of that Utah team? What do you think of that? That soccer style name, Utah Hockey Club.
You know what?
They might stay with
it. Name aside, the uniforms look fantastic. So that was really great to see. And you know what? They played well. And the thing is that they're not an expansion team like expansion teams, so they're not bad. The Arizona Coyotes weren't a bad team.
No, they were actually improving last year.
Yeah. So the fact that they've managed to open the season the way that they have, it gives me a little bit of hope.
Yeah. It's about time they went out of Arizona. They never gave Canadian teams that kind of chance to stay in town.
No.
Winnipeg had a hiccup and then we're gone. Quebec was about to win the Stanley Cup. They were gone. Yeah, so it is what it is. And Hamilton never got a chance at a team.
No, and honestly, I think that they could have actually really put together something special if they'd had an opportunity to try to grow a team in Hamilton.
Oh my goodness, they would have had. Listen, with the way the Leafs are, I'm telling you, they would have done really well because they would have been a better team. I really think Hamilton would have had a better team. Hamilton would have had the desire to win as the only result they could take. Now, I don't know, having experienced the Hamilton Tiger Cats, I don't know if, looking back, they haven't exactly been a sports behemoth.
This is fair. I mean, they haven't won in 25 years. Gosh, has it been 25 years already?
Well, they haven't won this century.
Wow. That is saying something.
Yeah. This century, they haven't won.
I'm not sure if that's impressive or mortifying.
I'm going with mortifying. I don't want to be that. But I would have loved to have seen a team in Hamilton. Well, the Leafs, their game, they played a tight defense. Their goaltending was, this would have been a game that if the Leafs played like this last year, it would have been 4 or 5-0 Montreal. That's what the score would have been. Because he really did a great job. There were some saves there. He loves giving players the glove side, Aaron. You see that, how he gives away that side of the net?
Yeah, no, he was really fantastic at luring them into shooting to that particular side, and most of the players bit on it. So that was, something nice to see. A 963 should be enough to win you a game, especially when you've had 48 shots. And I just still can't figure out how they didn't manage to solve Sam Montembeault. That is something that's going to bug me.
Obviously, he's the next, great goaltender. It can't be any other way. I don't think there's a better goaltender in the league right now.
Well, I mean, that might be gilding the lily a little too much. I believe Montembeault is solid, but I don't believe he's the be-all end.
That's the trophy for sure. He's a candidate now. He's he's one of the top candidates. Tavares was almost invisible.
I mean, you have to wonder if maybe there was something that happened in the preseason. I know that he had a Charlie horse in the second or third game of the preseason. I don't know if there's still lingering after effects from that, or if it's just, I don't know.
And look, when we talk about the Leaf players and we talk about specific players and how good they are or how bad they are, this is all based on one game. One. One. But if you look at some of the Leaf fan posts, you'd think it was the night before the season ending and the Leafs needed 3 points to make the playoffs. That's what
Mm.
it feels like.
Oh, for sure. It definitely feels like there's a lot of wailing and gnashing of teeth and
Oh
tearing of
my
the hair and
my
all
goodness.
that sort of fun stuff.
Well, the good news, Aaron, could be that they get to play a game right away and wash the taste of that game out of their mouths. Um, New Jersey is coming back from a trip from halfway around the world. Well, not halfway around the world, but a good chunk of it. And we'll see how ready they are to play tonight. And as does happen in situations like this, Aaron. I'm not predicting it, but I'm just saying it's happened so many times. You'll get a game where you can't buy a goal, and tonight could end up being the night when they get 6 goals on 14 shots.
It is
You know what I
very,
mean?
very likely. Oh, 100%. This is one of those situations where anything can happen. Like they say with the Ontario Lottery Corporation, anything can happen, anyone can win. You know?
Could be what happens, or it could be the other team has 14 shots and scores 6 goals. Now, Dennis Hitt will be in goal. We people know how we feel about the fact that Joseph Wall was supposed to start that game last night. And we all know that Joseph Wall has a reputation for being injury prone. But man, that didn't take long. We talked about it, on our Candid Frank Live broadcast. On this one here, it's an upper body injury. We don't know exactly what it is. The coach was interviewed the day before or whatever, and he hinted that he didn't know who the goaltender was going to be. He wasn't telling who the goaltender was. So they may have known something was up with Wall back then, right? They've known for a while, which means both goaltenders know that they were going to play. Hiddleby's not getting thrown in, blind and unprepared or, emotionally unready. So he's got all the time in the world to get ready. It's going to be interesting, if nothing else, even with 2 losses, goals against, 1 goal in that game, Aaron. Defensively, the Leafs played well. If margin of play means anything, the Leafs played really well. They just no finish, like the coach said.
Yeah, there was just nothing at the end of it. At the end of the day, you know what? Like I said before, it's one game. It's not the end of the world. The sky will not fall. Um, so we everybody just relax, untwist your knickers. We're gonna be okay.
So the trade phones are working overtime. Liljegren could be Lily gone. There's talk about that trade in the works. There's a works in trying to get him out of town. And this is one of those situations where the team doesn't make the player feel like he really belongs and almost put the player in a position where he goes, I want to be traded because I don't think you guys want me here. And the Leaf team goes, what makes you think that? The fact that we don't? Is that why? Is that why we've changed our opinion on defensemen? Defensemen need to be 6 foot or plus, right? And this is a trap I think that Trey Living could fall into. I agree with his moves as far as enlarging the defense, right? Bringing in bigger defensemen. I get that. But there's no need to go all the way to the other end of the pendulum. If they get Liljegren's a good defenseman. He needs a partner that he can lean on a little bit, right?
Yeah, and
I
I
don't
I
think he's
think
that bad a defenseman.
the trade that I've seen proposed is bringing in Rasmus Ristolainen, and I know he's been a trade target before. I just don't think it's really going to be realistically possible to bring him in at this point. Even with the season opening injured reserve and the LTIR that they put up there, and it's possible, but it's a little too much of a close thing for me.
Well, the Leafs, um, they can't have a guy in camp who's not happy, around.
Yeah,
It's a distraction that isn't necessary. If you're planning on trading him, just tell him to not even bother come to the rink. I mean, seriously. I mean, it's just too early in the season to, the players the season begins, right? And I've never been a pro hockey player. I've never been a professional anything. But one thing I can insert a thought about is that, you play all training camp, and then they finally make a decision on who's going to play on the team, right, Aaron?
Yep.
So now you're at the point everybody breathes a sigh of relief. And then on day one, somebody goes, I think I want to be traded.
Well, that's the way these things sort of go. Just as a heads up, I need to run and get something out of the microwave, Frank. We are just a little bit of ways from puck drop, so if you'll excuse me, it looks like we may be done for the evening.
Yeah, we are. It's 6:21. We still had about 2 minutes left, but okay. Well, listen, take care of what you got to take care of.
Yes,
Good
sir.
luck with the game tonight. Hopefully the Leafs will do well, and Leaf fans, don't panic. Even if they lose tonight, there's not that much to worry about.
We're going to be just fine.
I think so. We hope so. We hope so. Thanks for watching, folks. For Aaron William Freeland, I'm Candid Frank Stanisci. Thank you for watching Candid Frank Leaf Talk. Seen live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. This show can also be heard on the Spanglish World Radio Network. For Leaf Talk, other news, entertainment, and sports programming we offer, please check out SpanglishWorld.ca. Spanglish World. Watch it, hear it, read it, download it, and live it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Pick up a stick, have some fun.